make it quick. Emperor protect you. You'll need him.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do some more darktide. Keeping it real, the darktide.
The heretics control Tersan's railroads, but we can make that work for us, if you're up for it. The Sanction Redactor's target's travelling by train. You're gonna redirect it somewhere he doesn't want to go. All goes to plan, you can find the traitor at Chasm Terminus. Then you can kill him.
Look out! It's going to explode!
Ooh, straight into it apparently. Ooh, and it's the shit I want to kill with a sword. Hell yeah.
Ammunition here, veteran! Whatever comes next, you'll do better as a group.
Aha, so you know your judo well. This is democracy manifest.
That's the splice point.
Ooh.
Set your data interrogators to access the auto scheduler.
Steel soldiers! Look!
How many grims are we carrying, if any? None. No grims. Rad. Okay. Oh, a mauler. Ooh. Now Crusher, is that mauler still alive? He is. God damn it.
Data inbound. Continue. Defend.
Oh, bombs. No. Ah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
How's you, veteran?
Oh. Come on, guys. I'm trying to get it here. I can't get it if you don't protect me. Oh, for fuck's sake, of course. It was around it. I don't know why. What? What was that? What is that? What the fuck? Just like straight up, what the fuck?
You can understand that, even though I must kill
God damn. Fucking horse shit.
Watch me! You might learn something. Losing too much blood. Taking a shot. No fight. No rush. Come on, someone get it moving.
Ooh. It's getting hot.
Soldiers of you lot yet. Assuming you live that long. Oh, something to look forward to.
God damn it. Last one, or is there one more?
Is restored.
Ooh, my sword.
Is nearing completion.
That's it. We've got access. Upload the new schedule and get moving. Ammo! Grab that boom! Roger!
Woo. Went in time. Man, these power swords are great.
That did good. Talking. Wasted time.
Woo. Man, right now this is really making me want a 7900 XTX. I totally whiffed on the fact that they dropped last night. I don't know. Live without one, I suppose. Ah! Oh man, how did I survive that? Dodged a bullet there. Get back here. Oh, this guy is satisfying. It's so satisfying. Rules. Absolutely rules, man. Plasma guns are always... There's nothing better than when a game nails a plasma gun. I mean, they could obviously make some improvements, I reckon, but it's pretty good. Whoa! Oh, is that shotgun?
I think this is the way. You ever think about terror? I wonder what it's like.
Oh, it's fucking great, too. Do you know what game was terrible but nailed the plasma gun? Space Hulk Deathwing. Horrible game. Absolutely nailed the plasma gun. It's the only thing in it that was good. I mean, Thunder Hammer was alright. The problem with it in that was that you had to deal with friendly melee fire, which is like... You couldn't use it. You could kill yourself using it. Like, if you hit the ground in front of you, you would damage yourself. It was such a badly designed... It's like, it's supposed to be a game. And that, I think that need to stop making it a fun game. Well, there, I may as well use it.
Stairs, right here. Who wants it?
I'm coming, Quentic. I'm coming.
This is the wrong side of the station.
Come on, get your guns out. Hey, your club's out.
Kill that major. I've got you.
All right, Quentic, let's go.
Haunting food you eat. They're in cover. Sighting in. No coming back after this.
Gotta pick your shots. Woo, missed. All right, failed to dodge, rather.
All that broad.
Man, +1 to rend really helps with this thing.
Take it out.
What are you talking about? Am I on Malice? I am. Oh. See that?
On we go. Into the carking fire.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Game faces on. Make this count. Right. Stay frightened tight down there. Watch each other's backs, yeah?
I'm gonna grab that.
Medicaid station.
Wow. Okay.
Can anyone see that hound? Stay with me. Reject your corpse. Laugh this off. There's the section with access target. Take him out. You are ass. Cast up your shot.
Woo. Is he dead or is he still alive? Who's that bastard? Need to throw some health down. Fucking hell. Why is there... It's always like kill one, turn, immediately get hit by someone that's magically there. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why does he always have to fucking do the knockback thing? Every time. So you get close, knockback. Get close, knockback. Yeah, nice. Sweet. I love this sword. So satisfying to use. Might be more satisfying than the might be more satisfying than the Eviscerator. Can't believe I'm saying that.
Grenade out!
Alright, what do we got going on here? What do we got? What do we got? I don't care. This is my answer. I don't care. Just get me through this stuff as quickly as possible and back to like actual shit happening. Oh man, these loading screens. God damn. Okay, let's go look at what we got going on here. Over here.
Don't make it quick.
Alright, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Alright, let's change operative. I want to play. Yeah. Gotta say, enjoying now that I've got more versatility in weapons. I'm definitely enjoying the commando. Finally, sorry, the veteran sharpshooter. But in terms of like total, in terms of like characters like playing, it's 100% based on weapons. So the Zealot I'm enjoying the most, but it has nothing to do with like her action skill or whatever. It's just purely based. I mean, the action skill is good too, but it's purely based around weapons I have access to.
Must, I suppose.
Scabs in melee, monstrosities. Oh yeah, we can do that easy.
There goes another statistic.
We've got a problem at Metal
The
Fab
boss is the
36.
fat, eh?
Traitors have disabled the power matrix's cooling system. You need to get the coolant flowing again, or we'll lose the facility. And we need those battle tanks. Emergency cryonic rods are locked off in the control room. If you can get them loose, you can flush the system. Good luck.
Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go.
This must be what sinners feel as their feet touch the fires of hell.
They want to be friendly. You got to be friendly back then, for sure.
The cult mechanicus is ingenious, but I admit I find their district discomforting.
Keep going. You've plenty of ground left to cover. Not a bad start. Clear the
Oh, yeah, let's just quickly check something. Yep. Cool. Woo. I know, I'm falling behind. Must catch up. I'm usually the one in front. No. Ah. Dregs? It's dregs. No, it's sorry, it's games. Oh, I've got dregs as well. Sweet, I guess. Can you blind the boss? Oh, excellent work, Squonk. Great name, too. That name is almost as good as Baba Ganoush. Man, that was genius, that bloke. Or girl. I'll say it. I don't know, I shouldn't assume.
This'll seal your wounds, my holy kid.
Woo, there he is. All the specials coming at once. This is high. Oh, it is high intensity. Right. Ooh. I gotta find your mojo, you know what I'm saying? Mine is hard swing, push swing, hard swing. Also, attack block works pretty well too. Great arm. Oh, he's taking a lot of hits, man. Oh, shit. Ah!
Keep them together! Help me! I need a hand!
God, he won't die. Alright, well, there's no way to get them now, so...
Still need a groggy hand. Give me a hand now.
Can you not
This way.
stand, slab? Follow me.
Oh, okay. Alright, I guess we'll go... Alright, never mind. I guess we'll go this way then.
Fox bastard. Look at him blow.
Bonk, 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 bonk. They were right when I said it was a high intensity zone. Oh, shit. Oh, god damn it. Ooh, that was lucky. That needs to go. God damn it. I tried. I tried so hard. Oh, what can you do? It happens. Happens sometimes. Well, I guess we'll try another one. Well, at least at level 24. That's nice. Let's immediately try another one. These goddamn loading screens. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Alright, let's, where his, so,
Let me know if you need the longer words explaining.
Alright, what do we... Alright, dregs with ranged, scabs with melee. Got another monstrosity. Just got to complete some missions and then scriptures.
Emperor protect you. You'll need him.
I believe I'll be there. Ha! Good guy. Ah! Summon the mamana. I. Man, I wonder if there's a way I can make my character do the endless two-step.
I've been hearing that the heretics are using an old refinery to brew their pathogen. You will get in through flow control, then build pressure in the refinery systems to kill the goop. Better pray the Emperor is watching over you. There is something bad about that place.
Alright, where are we at? Where are we going?
The God Emperor's hard-won land, now fallen to ruin.
When this atmospheric field finally fails, it will get a lot
Notice they all seem to be dregs in every level.
You want to be uncomfortable. Find a way there.
Bring them down!
Getting some payback.
I'm reloading!
I wouldn't trust that elevator, but you don't have a choice.
That. Also, what? No, I got Goran. Who is Goran?
This one's for Katie.
I told Rennick, if you want heretics gone, we need to scour this place clean.
True words. You just need the firepower to go with them.
Man, we're a weird bunch. Ooh. Of course there's one of them. Of course. Whoa! Why me? Why me?
Engaging. Focus. Fire.
Cross the hair and you will be a snow cripple.
Yeah. This is gonna go badly if I keep trying to get all my range kills on these dudes. So I might just have to swallow my pride or whatever and woo!
The Holy Militarum sends its best! God Emperor, thank ye for ammunition.
Woo! Ammo! There's much rejoicing. Medicate. Stay up late.
We should pray for guidance. Unless
Have
anyone
a special
has a map.
voicing.
Are you lost? You can always follow the pipe.
Die, heretic! Trust in the God Emperor! We are doomed!
Who?
I see
Alright, so hopefully I don't get ganked by any more. I probably will though.
Don't play darktide tarot.
The price you pay for being out front. That's where it's most fun to be.
We got the big beauty! Give thanks to the beneficent Emperor! Who will...
Something from the epistles, perhaps? As I have been called to the holy
Oh, at least we appear to be fighting scabs at the moment. That's nice. So I can get some of those melee kills I was looking for. Ooh.
indeed.
Alright.
Slay the abomination. The beast falters.
Ah. Shit, why do I feel like I'm getting stuck on stuff? Oh my god, and there's a fucking bomber too.
Father's dead. Plague open.
That one got spicy. Right, go on, let's hop to it. Go Ran. The Go Ran man.
Thanks, Zealot.
Oh, what the hell happened there?
Do you hear your life?
What in hell is that? Ammunition, Guardian! Take it!
Purge Corruption? Yeah, Demonic Infestation. Classic. Oh yeah, that is. Remember, I thought that was going to be where the big one spawned from. Oh. Where's the next one? I assume there's more. I just realized this is the first time I've done this mission. I think. Where'd it go? Where'd the dog go? There it is.
Not a bad shot, not at all.
Corruption, corruption. We're going to purge corruption. All the way, wow, all the way back here. I'm gonna need help with this one, guys, for sure. Woo! Especially if that happens. Okay, yeah, there we go. I could not hit that thing. It's like, Get out of the way. I'm trying to hit the explosive. Oh, I think I just saw a sniper somewhere out there. Damn it. Goddamn pox hound.
So, this pathogen, what exactly is it?
Nothing to see over here, boys. Just friendly zealot hanging out in a corner of an elevator. Woo! Ooh, hot damn. Was a nice shot, whoever made that shot. I better start keeping an eye out for demon hosts. They could probably be present, I'd imagine. I'll stumble on one, which is not going to be helpful. Bop. 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 Boo high. Woo! He's back.
Pulse burst is vaporized! Major eliminated!
This might work! The path leads down! No sense waiting, eh?
Oh, there's a dog. There's the dog. There's always a dog. What are they still? Come on, guys. I'm not annoyed that you're not rescuing me, but why are you so far up still? Just beeline it down. This is... I got down so quickly. It's not that. What are you doing?
Downed me! Can you
Yeah,
not
well, I think I'm done for in this one. Goran is up. Snowy's got hit by a dog, so they'll save him, so they'll be alright. Scrowy, sorry. So yeah, it is what it is.
The light is fading. A holy grenade!
Alright. Yeah, dude, using that plasma gun. Mm. Dude, that's a pretty... I must represent a serious threat if they're guarding me with that. A bulwark, a reaper, 2 rages, and some random scabs. Or dregs, rather. That's wild. That is a wild group to be guarding me. I'm two using plasma rifle. Yeah, there's that chain axe. I always thought it was so cool that Angron used chain axes and that Dawn used the chainsword. You know, when they've all got power weapons and demon swords, and Vulcan has that crazy hammer, and Kurz has the lightning. Kurz and Horus have lightning claws. Horus also had the mace, obviously, and they have all those sorts of weapons. And Dawn and Angron just use like the most brutal utilitarian of the lot. You know, it's just like a chainsaw. It's like it does everything. And Angron's like, yeah, but I can wield two of these. And they look like axes, I guess. I don't know why you would wield a chain axe over a chainsword ever. But I guess you would in some circumstances. Whoa! Got to get a couple more of these in, even if it's just a couple. Alright, come on guys, let's go. I'm gonna hang out in the corner again, you know, my favorite place. Wait, come on. What the? I'm like pressing a button and... Oh, right, I don't have any. Oh, sweet. Now I do. I totally forgot for a second that this character doesn't regen grenades. Totally forgot there. Destroy... For fuck's sake. My God. It's always just one fucking more. That's like the... I don't know if it's the best thing about this game or the worst thing. It's cool because it really makes you feel pressed to an extent. But the problem is it ends up in many ways just feeling fucking frustrating. Because you're like, why is there always one more? Max Drake, what's happening, brother? How am I doing? I'm doing alright. How are you, more importantly? You, You doing all right? How's your shoulder? You sure? It's been like a day or something, right? Surely it's better by now. Oh, nasty. Like shifting around, getting back into place. Or do you mean just moving in general?
I shall smite you!
Yeah, that doesn't sound very fun. You know what? I'm glad I've never broken a bone. Some would say I haven't been living life, but I've had 6 concussions, so we'll call that. We'll call it even, I suppose. Yeah, dude. Just like resettling into place. Did they bolt it or anything, or is it just a matter of put it in a cast and a sling or put it in a sling or whatever tourniquet? Oh yeah, your collarbone. Yeah. Yeah, okay, but they didn't like put any pins in there or anything to hold it in place. Well, I mean, that's one advantage of that is it means they're probably means that, well, it either means they couldn't do that to help it, or they're confident that it will heal without it, which is probably a good thing. You know, I can't guarantee that that's a good thing, but I would assume that it probably is.
Success is nigh.
Or minor is good. It might suck for recovery because it's, you know, they don't treat it as seriously, but at least it's only a minor shoulder fracture. I'm just trying to give you some silver linings, man. I mean, you had a motorcycle accident and broke your collarbone. It's pretty shit. So, I mean, I guess you can say that you it's all right. You know, it's not too bad. What's recovery time that I reckon?
Interrogator refuses to work. Recommence.
Yeah. Yeah, well, your collarbone's connected to your neck, and your neck is connected to everything. So, I guess. I can't imagine my shoulder hurting while taking a shit. Like, 3 weeks? That's pretty good. I had a friend who broke his collarbone a couple of times when I was a kid, and it was a lot longer than 3 weeks for him each time. His arm was in a sling for a long time, and then he managed to break it again, dumbass. Yeah, well, you're gonna potentially develop, what do they call it? Not immunity, but like I mean, I guess you could call it immunity, but you're gonna get used to them as much as you are. Like, what'll happen is if it's not killing all the pain, you'll get used to the new level of pain, and that'll be the standard. And you'll be like, they're not killing it all or whatever. Yeah. I don't ever remember pain meds working for me for anything when I was a kid. Yeah. Yeah, well, you'll be right, dude. You'll be right. Stay strong. Oh, time for one of these, I think. So what are you going to do with yourself for 3 weeks? I mean, I don't know what you can do. Sit on the couch and watch Netflix. Yeah, is it in a weird position too? Hey, dude, I got 2 challenges or something. I remember I've thrown my back out a few times, and like whenever it's bad, you always end up sleeping or lying down in such weird, ridiculous positions. Yeah, that's not too bad. You're just lying on your back or on the opposite side with a pillow to stop it from... Yeah. Yeah, I would lie in like weird fetal positions or like with one leg tucked really weirdly back behind me and stuff, just like wherever. You know, just like to stretch out whatever I needed to stretch out. Yeah, that'll ease. I'm guessing anyway. I hope it does. My guess is if in 3 weeks you still can't turn over, you've got a problem. But yeah, man. Do you normally sleep on your back or on your side? Because that'd be the worst if you sleep on that side and then that's the side you break, and then it's like, what are you gonna do now? That side or the other side?
Don't make it quick.
Oh, so close to getting that one. Let's go. Veteran. I wonder if there are any new hats I can buy. Left side. Is that the side you broke? Or did you break the right? Oh, wait, you did say left side, didn't you? Your left collarbone? No, you broke your right collarbone. In my mind, you broke your left collarbone. That's in my mind, that's what happened 2 days ago. So I'm just going to run off that. So your left collarbone's broken.
No, truly, this is the highlight of my day.
Alas, for the Imperium.
You need to get one of those voice to text things like Stephen Hawking had. He just operates with one hand.
Time for a bit of counter-intel work. Let's dump some nice...
I guess the solution there is to stay lying down. What did I say? Necessity is the mother of all invention. Now's the time, dude. Invent some wild system or like jerry-rig something to make it easier and then sell it and make a mint. And even better yet, use your shoulder injury to con someone else into doing the actual work and then sell their design. Ah! Those netting bastards.
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, dude. Do it. Ooh.
We're going this way. I reckon we can recharge it. I'm just getting started.
Ooh.
Grenade out. Eliminating alpha target. Big beauty sighted. Get this healing, soldier. Empress sees our good work. Whoa, that's a good shot.
Oh, I already have one. Cool.
This way.
And here you are, wrecked out. Don't waste time taking in the sight. There aren't any.
Gunner. Stab gunner.
Ooh.
We got the big beauty.
No more of that, I guess. Gotta let it cool down.
Time to end Russia's
Look out for me and have some mushroom tea. Look out for me. Take some LSD.
Look at that decay. The water does that to rock
Man, they are a good band. Fucking Witchfinder General.
Radek's a distant fellow, ain't he? He's alright. Trust me, we could do worse. Sharpshooter, return fire.
Snipers. Sneepers. Goddamn sneepers. What are they called? Yes. I believe I need to kill some of these with this character. I think it was them. I think it was Scabs I needed to kill. Ah, I can't. Or Dreg, sorry. I can't remember.
Down some stairs.
Woo!
Rotten stuff. Agents coming in. Medicare station.
No, you go, dude. You go. Okay, never mind. Whatever. I don't need it. It'll be fine. Have some mushroom tea. Look out for me. I have some mushroom tea.
Oh, yes, that's a good find. When the next skirmish starts, you follow my lead, like soldiers. Got it? Sir, yes, sir. Scourge the blasphemers. Come on. Maybe the Emperor does love me. Hey, sticky fingers! Hear the ammo! Don't you tell me what to do! Praxis! Something! Take it out!
Man, this sword is so good. Ah. Yeah, dude, you know it. And it rips. It's got a bonus to rend as well, which is sick. But more importantly, I mean, the power sword is cool and all, but like this bad boy. Although, God, what is... Oh, it's a Reaper. What the fuck keeps pushing me out that door? You still up there? Okay, I'll just run straight past him, that's fine. I don't mind. Dude, this thing just slices through enemies. Just minces them. Absolutely minces them. Although this thing is cool, but I do wish... Oh yeah, Drabber's using a stubber. This thing is cool, although I do wish that it had a bit more lump to its projectile. You know what I mean? Like it just needs a little more flump. Is the way I would... That's the word I'm going to use to describe what it needs. Flump.
Tell me the heretics are just misguided and the things they pray to aren't really gods. Oh, unit next to everything. Some of them literally shout blood for the blood god while they're under you.
Ooh, snipers, that's not good. Snipers bad. Where are they? Can't see them. Fly, my little servo, fly.
Scanning proxy deployment. All spexes activated. Find that servo scout. At once.
Right, I'll follow it. I'll follow it. Although I kind of feel like the power sword should just be charged all the time. I don't understand why I have to activate it. Oh, dude. You just missed me hacking through heaps swaves of enemies with a power sword, dude. It's just like the most satisfying thing on the planet. Come on. Get it loaded. Fuck, I will get this thing loaded eventually. Wrong button. Everything on this side? Where are we? I'll just get out my, go away. My PKE meter here. And find the thing I'm supposed to scan. Is here? Somewhere? Over here. Where is it? Oh, it must be. Oh, there it is. It's that body. Why couldn't I find that body, damn it?
Do upload your data hall to the server, Scout Varlets. Life is such a fleeting pleasure.
Sigma something's dead. Sharkers want to play. Stand up, Bergeron!
Yeah, dude. You know it. It's sweet, too. I especially love the way there are some nice attentions to detail, like as it heats up it glows more, which is just super satisfying, and it gets to a pretty bright glow as well. Whoa. There are snipers about. It's one. Ooh. No, that's just a normal guy. Someone enemy there? Yeah, you can vent it just like you vent the starves from Vermintide 2, or like for the Psyker in this. Like I did just there. Definitely can overheat. And if it overheats, it blows up and does a shitload of damage to you and the people around you. Yeah, right? Sick. It needs more volump, is the way I'm going to describe it. Just like the projectile needs a little more weight. It's hard to describe. If you ever played Space Hulk Deathwing, they nailed it. The only good thing in that game was the plasma gun. Well, not the only. There were some things, but it was more or less a bin fire, that game. But the plasma gun was so good. Yeah, I mean, but it's also like the best 40k weapon, or at least ranged weapon. Anyway. It's the classic. You know, like you really, it shouldn't. It's not. Fuck me, bastard. I don't know if it's fair to compare the bolter to anything else because it's the most iconic weapon from the game. Alright, gotta be really careful here because you can get. Oops, wrong button. You can get blown straight off this bridge, and that's it. There's no picking you up. Well, they're not. I mean, yeah, but I think that the fact that they're bolts and not rockets makes them even cooler. Like it's more like a mortar shell, or like a tank shell. It's like a howitzer round. It's a shell, not a rocket. You know, like there's no propulsion. It's just like this big explosive bolt. So cool. And like everybody else didn't know that at first, and then you know you get into the hobby and you're like, oh wait, this thing fires explosives. Whoa. and then it puts the context of like the weapon. It completely changes the context of the weapon. I mean, and the fact that a bolt is like the size of a 30 mil grenade, isn't it? Well, I've long decided that I guess they must manufacture them at different sizes. Surely the Space Marine spec ones are bigger, just like because they can carry bigger weapons. So like, why wouldn't they be? I mean that looks normal sized here, but I mean, it's like comparing like what a Terminator carries. The heavy bolter, yeah, dude. Well, how about storm bolters? Like storm bolters are like the only thing cooler than a bolter is like 2 bolters that fire faster. Yes. And then they're hand mounted on Terminators. Well, you can get them like glove mounted on Terminators. It's so cool. It's or even just the handheld ones are sick. And that's a good example. Is that like a Terminator of like size difference in weapons? Like a normal Space Marine's got to mount, you know, something like that. They've got a 2-hand a heavy bolter or whatever, and like a Terminator just comes along with a twin with a storm bolter just like in one hand and a fucking thunder hammer in the other, and you're like, wow, okay. Ooh. Ah, these guys are like the worst. They're absolutely fucking relentless. Wait, a last cannon or a last gun? Okay, so me. I got you, Kendoric. Because I know, yeah, last cannon. No, last cannon can. Well, last cannon tears through ceramite, doesn't it? It's got to do more than dent it, surely. I know last guns are completely useless against power armor. But surely a last cannon would do more than dent it. Depending on the type of, the model of armor. I know that bolter rounds aren't very effective against Space Marines. Yeah, right. Yeah, but I guess it's context, isn't it? You can go, oh, you know, one last cannon does nothing to a Space Marine, but when did the Guard ever have one last cannon? Like, they're like, oh, let's send a small fighting force and drop 1 billion people, 1 billion soldiers on a planet. Yeah, it's wild. Ceramite armor is like, God, 40k is ridiculous. Just like, it's like if people complain about anime and talk about like power scaling and things like Dragon Ball and how it doesn't make sense, like, because Goku gets so strong. And you're like, well, what about 40k? Like, man, Heresy power armor is so cool. Mark 5 armor. Or Mark 4 Heresy. Is it Mark 4 armor or Mark 5? Oh, it must be Mark... Yeah, Mark 5 Heresy armor, right? Because Mark 6 is Corvus pattern. That's biggies.
If in doubt, assume
Oh yeah, it is. Dragon Ball Z is for sure worse in power scaling than 40k. I just mean like they people talk about the ridiculousness of something like that, and then they don't really think about the context of something like how just like the entire world, like the basis for the entire world is like on the surface things seem less ridiculous, but then when you get break down to the nitty gritty of weapons and stuff, you're like, that affects the way that everything else scales. I'm not saying it's anywhere near, it's not anywhere near Goku blowing up a planet at, power level 800 or whatever. I think Vegeta blows up a planet at power level 1500 or 15,000, sorry. I think that's what, because he's an elite Saiyan at that point. It's probably 15, 17,000. And then, like, by the end of just, like, Frieza Saga, the power level would be 1,000,000. I think is what it's supposed to be for Super Saiyan. So I guess, yeah, you're right. And then, like, all the planets he blows up and fighting a creature that can literally create and destroy dimensions. Sure, but the technology. Oh, did you hear today what they discovered? Yeah, well, Krillin is hey, first of all, Krillin rules. Second of all, Krillin is the world's most powerful human. You forget that. Like, he's the most powerful human in the world in Dragon Ball, like, or at least in Universe 7. I think that's the context of that people seem to forget about. Not like Yamcha. Pathetic lump of shit that is Yamcha. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. He did indeed. And Android 18, hell yeah. And he has one of the coolest moves. He has legit one of the coolest moves in the entire show, and one of the most effective. Like, he successfully, they wrote it. It gets ridiculous in that show, but they did a really good job with Krillin and Tien as they wrote moves for them, created moves for them that, or at least Toriyama, okay, when he wasn't completely forgetting his own plot, managed to create moves for those two characters that kept them relevant even when they were way weaker. So obviously Tien Shenhan has the Tri-Beam, which was one of the best scenes in all of Dragon Ball, is when he's fighting Cell and he keeps hitting him with the Tri-Beam and pushing him into the hole just to buy time. And then obviously Krillin has Destructo Disc, which is like, first of all, it's cool. Second of all, it looks awesome. And third of all, it's brutal. It works. I mean, we all know the best move in Dragon Ball is Dynamite Kick, but yeah, they can't all be Dynamite Kick. Yeah, exactly. It even cuts Frieza's tail, and then Frieza kills himself with his own version of it. Yeah. Wait, is it second form that he cuts Frieza's tail off? Or is it later on? Oh, yeah, it is. It must be second form. Ooh, another film clip. Of a cutscene. Yeah. Yeah, it's a sick move. It's awesome. It's...
What do you want?
I didn't like Krillin so much when I was younger, but I appreciate him way more as an adult.
Let me give you a tip. You want to make your mark here? Prove yourself.
Yeah, now I was going to say, did you hear the news? They created fusion. Some scientists in America successfully created fusion. This is insane. This is like the most scientifically significant, if they can repeat this, it's the most scientifically significant study, like discovery ever. Yeah, fusion, as in the thing that, as in yes, as in the thing that the sun does. So took a whole bunch of lasers and shot it at some fucking thing, and it created fused atoms or whatever. They did it. It's insane. So this is a thing I never thought I'd see in my lifetime. Like this is the one of the two holy grails of like sci-fi technology, right? Is fusion and dark matter. And it's like, well, they discovered the Higgs boson particle, so it's like the God particle or whatever, right? Which means they could potentially discover dark matter if that is the thing or whatever it is. And now they've made fusion. So, and that's like a literal like that. It 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 it's clean. It's 100% clean. There's no waste to it. So if they can make that, I mean, it's going to be many, many decades before they can do that on a large scale for sure. But if it's even possible to do it on a large scale with man-made stuff, but still, it's insane. It's like wild. It's wild stuff. Yeah, dude. A little fucking fusion reactor. Dude, man, cold fission technology has got to be like, fission energy has got to be like, it's like, because at that point, like, whether you're, listen, you know, there are some naysayers out there towards climate change, but even if you were a naysayer or whatever it is, which, by the way, I want to make clear, I'm not. Climate change is real, and we need to stop it. But if you were, even if you were a naysayer, you can't. If we create fusion, you cannot argue with fusion. It's you know, perfect is not the word. Nothing is perfect, but there's no argument for yeah, dude. I like using the plasma gun. I actually think I'm gonna go. I mean, the plasma gun is really useful. I actually think I'm gonna go back to this. It's just very, very effective. Yeah, like if we've got fusion, you can't sit here and say that like we need to continue mining coal, or you know we need natural. You know, there's all that stuff you can't argue with. You just like you can't be like, but we you know we need to do it because of fucking energy or whatever. It's like no, we have fusion. There's no more nuclear power, no more any of that business. We don't have to worry about it. God, it'd be sick. It'd be so awesome. All right, what am I doing here? What am I doing? I will consider upgrading my power sword.
Your weaponry is a gift from the Omnissiah.
What does that
Treat it
cost?
with care.
Yeah, well, so is nuclear power, right? Like the concept of splitting an atom or fusing an atom. That's you know it's almost a ridiculous notion in many ways. Yes, I'm going to upgrade this for sure.
A new marvel is a
What did I get? +1 stamina. That's pretty good. +1 stamina is useful.
Omnissiah shield, you varlet.
And also all of that kind of stuff is volatile when it's new. We'll see where it ends up. Yeah, I don't think it's quite like that. I don't think it's quite so extreme. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand the molecular or like the. I don't understand the output, the energy output of ratio of fusion. Oh yeah, right. When he's got it in the thing and he's holding it with the arms, dude. Alfred Molina, dude. Was so glad of all the characters they brought in for No Way Home or whatever the third Tom Holland one was. Not Tom Holland. Tom Holland. Anyway, the third new Marvel one was. I was of all the characters they could have brought in, I didn't care about pretty much any of them except Doc Ock, and it's not even Doc Ock. It's just Alfred Molina was just so good in that role. All right, I gotta go to Dunny. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, let's change operative. Let's go Psycho. And yes, you're right. To your point, the original, it was cool to see Tobey Maguire again, more so than Andrew Garfield. I don't think it was a bad Spider-Man, but it just was way more nostalgic to see Tobey Maguire, at least for me anyway. And then obviously, yeah, man, it's good when they make the right choices of who to bring back and who not to bring back. What challenges have I got to do here?
Proceed whenever you are ready.
Just a bit of everything. Just got to do a bit of everything, I guess. So yellow with melee, gray with ranged. I haven't seen the She-Hulk movie. I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Wait, what was this one? Void Strike? Was it? That's kind of lame. I got a new Force Sword. Cool. Did I get a new Force Sword or do I have that one? Whatever, I'm sticking with this. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I mean, what do you expect? There's so many Marvel movies that aren't all going to be good, you know? I mean, the 4 ones are good because they're fun. So at least, you know, Love and Thunder and Ragnarok, but half of that is just the choice of soundtrack. They're just trying to adapt too much, I think. And you know, it's kind of like how DC just keep trying to readapt, or Fox or whoever just keep trying to readapt the same DC characters, and it's like,
Intel's reporting a supply train down in Metal Fab 13.
ah, god damn it.
For the taking. You'll find it at Consignment Yard Sigma 5.
Yeah, well, you're gonna get it. This is like, if you pay attention to history, like, I mean, because we could go into a whole thing about wokeism or like any of that kind of stuff. Like, you're gonna get that in everything because it's Hollywood, and Hollywood. The same thing happened in the '60s with the hippies, right? Is like, once being a hippie became like the sort of the mainstream pop kind of like, you know, in vogue thing to do, it was adopted by. Oh, that's right. That's what I got. It was adopted by the like media and by like TV shows and like basically just general entertainment, and then they basically, and Hollywood, and they basically decided it wasn't cool to be anything other than that, and so that's why you have hippie and hippie culture and so much stuff. And there were plenty of people that didn't like that, so, you know, the current in vogue thing is to be as progressive as possible, which I don't want to get into a political debate, but it's just going to be in every movie for the next couple of years. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I've never been screaming for a movie that's about me, so I'm not going to say that was or wasn't important, because there's a lot of people that movie probably meant a lot to. But I haven't seen that either. I haven't seen Black Panther, so I don't, you know, I don't know if it seems woke or not. Namor? I think we might be well deep into the Marvel well, which I'm not up on here. Let's see. What was the last Marvel movie I saw that I mean, oh, well, I saw the Venom movies, both of them, and they were objective garbage, but I liked them. They're not necessarily good movies, but I liked them.
Initiating crowd control.
Yeah, I suppose so. I'm a big fan of old God of War, and I mean, I will say this, they're both really, really good games. I mean, I play PC, so I haven't played Ragnarok yet, but I can see the objective good that it is. And I must say, from a story perspective and like a world building perspective, the 2018 God of War is pretty incredible. But I guess they all feel like it's kind of hard to say. It's hard for me to separate the story from the gameplay in those games because I love the old ones so much for their gameplay, and I also happen to love the story in the world as well, which didn't need to be well written for me. It just needed to be cool. So it's kind of hard to separate the fact that the new God of War the new ones don't really feel like games anymore. Reminiscent of the Order 1886, which again is like people talk about playing a movie or whatever. But I mean, there's plenty of good movies out there still. You just gotta know what to look for, or know what you're getting into. You know, like if you want artistic, pretentious, good, but I mean it's pretentious but good artistic merit, then something like The Lighthouse you could do, which is Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson, and that was a pretty incredible movie. Although I don't think it's for everyone. Yeah. And some weird shenanigans in the top of a lighthouse in that movie. Got wild at the end there. Got absolutely wild. Oh, why me? Always me. Oh, that's me dead. No? What? Get him close to me. I'll try and kill him from here. What? Who knows? Is there a way back? Maybe there's a way back. Nope, I'm gonna have to kill myself, unfortunately. Yeah, right. Well, no, sort of. He was the fish person, though, wasn't he? Isn't that the point? That, like, they're both experiencing a weird shared hallucination, and so he thinks he's getting freaky with a fish person. But he's actually is the fish person. But then the slime from the octopus is, you know, his secretion or whatever you want to call it. It was yeah, it was a good movie, but there were some crazy good shots. Yeah, let's save that problem. Yeah, it was a hot minute, wasn't it? I hear Power of the Dog's supposed to be really good, but I refuse to watch it as kind of like a gaff with a friend of mine, and now he keeps asking me to watch it every time we're watching movies, and I'm like, nah. I just refuse to do it out of sort of like making a point now. And it's supposed to be really good. You know what was a wild one? Combustion. Combustion was about a bunch of people that just start spontaneously combusting, like a high school class. And it was actually really good. It was like what I expected it to be. It's not It's not winning any Oscars, but it was pretty good. It was a cool idea.
Neutralize the Ranger! Go try! Reloading! Ranger, kill it!
What, combustion or the lighthouse?
Ranger gun! This up! Ammo!
Because I found a lot of humor in combustion.
Your data interrogators can override the security system.
Initiating crowd control! Fury does not a victim make!
No, it didn't. That's like the oldest wives' tale of all the old wives' tales. People spontaneously combusted in the 1950s. No, they didn't. It never happened. I mean, it would be hilarious if it did. Also, I think in a context too, that's implied that they burst into flames as opposed to like popping like a balloon in combustion. I think that was the name of the movie. It was the name. Combustion was the name of the movie, right? Can you imagine if that happened in real life? God. I mean, I might be morbid to say, but like, I would 100% pay tickets to watch someone combust. I'd have to see it. You couldn't go through life not seeing it, right? You'd have to know what it looks like. What does it look like when someone combusts? Ooh, ooh. Ah, they got me. They got me. I'm trying to think, what else have I watched recently? Yeah, right. Yeah. What was I watching recently? I was watching Reservoir Dogs. I also watched Reservoir Dogs again recently. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but on here, but I saw that movie when I was probably the first time I saw it when I was like 8 or 9, and I remember liking certain parts of it, but not kind of getting it. And I saw it again when I was a teenager and had a bit more of an effect. And then I saw it recently, and I had the realization that the entire Mr. Blonde's scene with the cop, like where he's dancing to "Stuck in the Middle of You" and like cuts off his ear and stuff, I was laughing and giggling and had a grin on my face from ear to ear, like I saw 100% of the intended comedy in it, while watching something that is clearly objective horror. Like, or it's, you know, it's like it's yeah, and I just was laughing all the way through it. Or it's like we in you know, we're the kind of people that watch Pulp Fiction, and when he shoots Marvin, is it Marvin? Is that the name of the guy they've got in the back of the car before they go see Mr. Wolf? And Vincent accidentally shoots him, and it's like, I have the exact same reaction that Vincent and Jules do. I'm just like, oh shit, he shot Marvin. And start laughing. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to think what other movies I saw recently that were really good, that were new, that were objectively good. So I've seen a lot of. Do you know what? Part 1 and part 1, part 2, and then the second half of part 3 of Fear Street were really good. Fear Street's 1970, was it Fear Street 1976 or whatever, 1978 or whatever, and then Fear Street Part 2 and then Fear Street Part 3. And part 3 was, the first half of it was like a sort of a typical 2000s era sort of miserable period piece horror movie. But part 2 of it, where they went, part 2 of part 3, so to speak, the second half of part 3, they went back and it resumed the more 80s Goonies style, Goonies meets horror, sort of romp through. Fighting the monsters was really good. And in saying that, Final Girls was pretty cool too. It was like a good meta comedy, meta horror comedy on horror movies. I tell you what was not good was Last Man Down. Whew. That was one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time. Man, Warpfire looks so cool in this game. Alright, let's push onwards, guys. Oh yeah, I'll grab that. Ah! God damn it. That guy fucked me up. Kill fire with fire. You know what movie I think I want to watch again? I might watch it tomorrow, actually. It's Baba Hotep. No, that's alright, dude. You adjust whatever you got to adjust, alright? Let's see. I killed some things with warp fire, and honestly, that's pretty much it. I got shot by a sniper. It sucked. And I was just about to spread the good word that is the movie Baba Hotep. Which, have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen Baba Hotep? Alright, have you ever seen, do you know who Bruce Campbell is? I'm assuming so. Oops, no, I need the scripture. Do you know who Bruce Campbell is? I was going to say, have you ever seen, Evil Dead. If you've ever seen Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, he's Sam in Burn Notice, Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Yeah, so Bruce Campbell, right, who plays Ash Williams in those movies. He's in actually some of the Spider-Man movies as well.
All Templars so easily cowed.
Take it back. You are useful.
You've seen Evil Dead 1 and 2, but you haven't seen Army of Darkness? Is that what you're telling me? You haven't seen possibly the greatest movie ever made? Okay, well, maybe it's not that good, but it's good. Anyway, so it's starring him, and he plays an aging Elvis in a retirement home who has to fight off a mummy that's awakened called Baba Hotep. It's amazing. It's an incredible movie, and Bruce Campbell is just fantastic in it. And it's just like one of the best movies ever made, if you ask me. I mean, it's not not a high budget movie. There are certain things people need to be aware of when watching a movie like that, but it's fantastic. Oh, no, I'm not going to get you there. Ah, the dog got me. If you like Bruce Campbell, I think I would put it like this. I don't know if Baba Hotep is for everyone, but if you like Bruce Campbell as an actor, if you enjoy him as like sort of a personality, if you will, you'll like Baba Hotep. And if you're at all into, it's not a B-grade movie, but if you're into B-grade movies and that kind of thing, you'll like Baba Hotep. Like, there's a whole swath of like kind of people that I would say, if you like this, watch. But I think it's just a great movie anyway. But the concept is one of my favorite bits. Like, he's like an aging Elvis, right? But the point is, well, the idea is that Nice. It's a good one to start with. It's such a good movie, and I feel like you got to see it when you're younger too, because although the effects in it are great, they don't hold up necessarily great in the first one. So it's definitely like, and it's the beginning of like that kind of style. Like it created a whole bunch of cliches, so it's definitely a great one to start with. It is. Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness are some of my favorite movies ever. Not to mention Sam Raimi, he invented the what they call it, the Steadicam or whatever for that. They were really creative with shots. Yeah, the Carpenter's one from 81 or 82. It is my favorite movie. With the one starring Kurt Russell and Wilford Brimley. Yeah, it's not great. I've seen worse movies. I think the problem with the new one is that it's the 81 or the 82 movie. So Carpenter, when he remade The Thing from Another World, he made a different movie. He took the concept and he made a different movie. When they did the 2013, is that when that came out? 2015, something like that. When they did that reboot / sequel / prequel / remake, they promised a prequel and then just made the same movie over again, but worse. And like, why would you do that? Why not make a different movie? Yeah, I mean, like, and then on top of that, if you're like me and you love practical effects, and most people that, I find that there's a big overlap between people, like a common occurrence that people who love The Thing, John Carpenter's one, love practical effects. That's one of the reasons I love it. It's like the best practical effect work ever. Hey, it did not. Alien Free rules, dude. I love Alien 3. I like Resurrection too. I think Resurrection gets way more shit than it deserves. You know, I don't necessarily think it's Oscar material, but Ron Perlman is awesome. So, you know. Yes, I do. I'm genuine. I love all four of them. They are in amongst my favorite. The collection of Alien movies are in amongst my favorite movies of all time. And probably, yes, I like Resurrection. And probably because I saw them all around the same time and I was absolutely fascinated by the Xenomorph. And I can't stress that enough. Like, I saw stills from that when I was a kid and I was like, what is this movie? I have to see this. And then I saw the first one when I was probably about 9 years old, and it was an incredible experience, is all I can describe it as, because I was 9, so I 100% was scared all the way through. And then I saw Aliens, which was like one of the greatest action movies I'd ever seen, and was for a long time. And then I was obsessed with the Xenomorph. So upon watching the third movie, I was like, more Xenomorph, hell yeah. And then the fourth movie, I mean, I saw it when I was like 15 maybe, or 14. So I was at an age where where oh yeah, Predator 1, the first Predator, and then Aliens. Is that what you're talking about? Are we saying so? Like first Predator movie is your favorite Predator movie, and then Aliens is yeah, yeah, dude. Well, I mean, the first Predator movie is a perfect movie. It's first of all, it's the manliest movie ever made by far. I mean, Dylan and and Dutch, man, Dylan. It's a perfect movie. The sequel though is really good with Danny Glover. I think that again, it wasn't the first one, so people were like it's not good. But it's going to blow. It's going to blow. Um, the second movie was really good too. I just don't think it's a fair comparison because the first movie is a perfect movie and the second movie is not. And so and obviously it's a very different movie, but I like it. And Danny Glover is awesome, and and it's probably the best of the Predator sequels. That's for sure. Um, yeah, they're good movies. And Aliens is so good too. Hicks with the shotgun when they're trying to break into the. Yeah, actually, I want to say that too. A lot of people don't like Aliens vs Predator. I saw that when I was a teenager. Came out when I was a teenager, and I really enjoyed it. It was exactly what I wanted. It's kind of like Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy vs. Jason is not the best horror movie ever made, but the thing it delivered on is the thing we wanted, which was the Freddy vs. Jason bit. So what if they had a shitty generic horror movie plotline to sort of stitch it together with really boring like textbook cutout characters? That's fine. Because the big you're watching it for is the Freddy versus the Jason part, and the same thing of Alien vs Predator. The story is like whatever, but the story in all those movies is ridiculous in many ways. Um, it's not honestly, it's not the story in Alien you're attached to, is it? It's the fucking, it's the tension, right? And in the second one, it's the action, you know. So it's definitely Mark II versus Mark V. What is the difference? Yeah, they were good movies. I really enjoyed them. And I think they had a profound effect on me. But as I said, like certain things, just like do you know what? I remember the first time movies that like really left the mark. I remember the first time I saw, why can't I think of the name of John Woo, Chow Yun-fat? What was the name of that movie? Hard Boiled. Which, if you haven't seen Hard Boiled, is the greatest action movie ever made. Full stop. There is no parallel. There is no comparison. It is the best action movie ever made. Just like with the shootout in the Chinese tea house at the beginning, and like the whole section where they're going. Oh, you mean an AVP? Yeah, she's cool. She's like, she's just learning. She's going through it. She's learning what to do, how to approach it, how to deal with what's happening. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think AVP had lots of cool ideas. I think that it took a little too long to get to the Aliens versus the Predator bit. You know? But, you know, it is what it is. It's the second one was terrible, but the second one was I Know What You Did Last Summer with a Predalien, which, like, what can you do there? Like, they chose to make a bad movie. You can't help that.
Do come back.
Second one was meh is a good way of putting it, because there's plenty of action in there that's kind of cool. Wait, there was a third Alien vs Predator? I mean, there was Predators. Wait, there's not a third Alien vs Predator. There was a third Alien vs Predator video game,
The target's holed up in an enforced
but there wasn't a
station,
there was
using it as a fortress
was
or
there?
something.
No, it was Alien vs Predator and Alien vs Predator Requiem, right?
Everyone will be shooting at
There was. I gotta look this up. There's no way. When did they make that? If they made a third one. Yeah, okay, cool. I was really freaking out there. I'm like, how did I miss? I don't care if it was terrible. How did I miss one? You got to see him. I got to see all of them. If it's an Alien movie, I have to see it at some point. Even if it is god awful. You know, like Covenant or... I guess Covenant wasn't god awful. I just don't know what I was expecting. I keep expecting aliens and getting things that aren't that. Is that the one with Keegan-Michael Key? Is that the one with the boss, or is that the one before? Yeah, is that the one with Keegan, Michael Key from Key and Peele? It must be, right? That's Predator again with the Predator dog. It's like set in a... I like that they're set in the same continuity as the original movie. That's something I really like. That all of the Alien movies and all of the Predator movies are each set in their own continuum. Of like... So obviously Dutch is the first person in modern history to encounter the Predator and report it. Oh wait, no, the newest one is the one with the Native American chick. No, I haven't seen that one. Prey. You're talking about Prey? Did they? Did they really pull a woke? I haven't seen the movie, so I can't comment on it. I'm not gonna sit here and say they did or didn't. Is it a woke bullshit, or is it a storytelling choice you don't agree with? Because like, those are two different things. I know that it follows a chick, but you know, that's not new for those franchises. Obviously, Alien vs Predator, female lead. All the Alien movies have Ripley as a female lead. I think AVP 2 had did AVP 2 have a girl as like they had Final Girl, right? Didn't they?
Generous colleague.
I mean, I'll believe you. I'll take your word for it in the sense that I'll get it when I see it. I should watch that movie. Was it good otherwise? Or is it, like, woke bullshit aside, was the movie good? Because, like, having some wokeness in it doesn't necessarily make it bad. Yeah, right? Okay, cool. So it's like you saw something, in your mind, they made some choices that they only made because they were trying to be woke or whatever, affirmative action. But ultimately, the movie was good. All right, well, that's good to know. I did know it was a bit girl powery, but you know, everything is these days, and I don't necessarily. I don't know. Like the Predator. That's sick. That's sick if the Predator fought a bear in melee combat. That's so cool. That's the movie I didn't know I wanted, is Predator vs. Bear. Yeah, and it'll spit you out. It'll eat you, and then it will spit you out. It's wild. And it just carries you around for a bit. It's like, hey, I'm just going to have you in my belly for a little while, and, you know, we'll see how we go. Yeah, the Beast of Nurgle is so cool. All the bosses in this are so cool. Like the monstrosities. Hey, there we go. He's down. I guess so. So it Tyranids, except when they're not. So I guess because you burn away the rot or something. Is that? It's such a weird kind of idea that we're always like, oh yeah, fire, zombies, you know. And I guess the context is you burn away everything there is so it can't revive. But it's also not going to stop something that doesn't feel pain from killing you. Because, you know, a normal person gets lit on fire and they stop marching, whereas an undead creature just slowly marches forward until the fire eventually burns them. The only downside to this build is I don't really have any decent range, which is probably not ideal. I think I need to probably need to tweak this staff a little because it seems like the normal attack is more effective than using the charge for a large group of enemies, which probably doesn't. I don't know if they need to increase the... Yes, it would have. The moral of the story is always use a bolter. Although, What's the point in playing this class if you don't use the staff?
I used to live in a block just like this.
Do you know what would be sick if they introduced the bolt staff? What's my main weapon from Vermintide 1 for the mage, and in Vermintide 2 for the mage? Bolt staff and a dagger. It's such just a beastly combination. Yeah, so think about like what imagery can I use? So it's 5 because you're a bright mage in Vermintide. But think about the idea of Zeus summoning and throwing a lightning bolt and then just make it fire. And like that's sort of what it is. You shoot a super accurate projectile that pierces enemies, and it's the longer you charge it, the more damage it does, and the more enemies it pierces. And it was just like, it was the closest you could get to sniping with the mage. Yeah, like a rail. It's like a railgun. It just has but it has a very specific kind of. The thing that's important about it is the way it feels to use, like how long you charge it for, like all of that animation, the way it lines up, because it made it A, extremely satisfying to use, and B, very intuitive. So like, I don't just, when I say I want a bolt staff, I don't just want something that more mechanically kind of does the same thing. It's like I want that staff, like the timings on it, the animation, the way it worked. Like it was just so satisfying and so well designed. And extremely effective. Like if you could funnel a horde into a corridor and you had someone with a bolt staff, like they could just clean house. You could just mince the horde before it got to you. I mean, it wasn't the only weapon that could do that, but it was particularly effective, I found. Woo. Oh, don't want to overheat. That'd be bad. Too much warp energy will blow my brains. Also, the other reason I want to, I guess you could say, get rid of this staff is because, is he grabbing it? I'll grab it. Let me just drop that down. Yeah. Yeah, it's very tech priesty, I reckon. What was I? Yeah, dude. Bolt staffs. Man, I miss him. I miss him. Yeah, I got used to using it. It was the meta weapon for a while for the mage in Vermintide 1. And then they patched it and made it not quite as overpowered. But I got used to using it during that period and I could never go back. It's like, that's the weapon. That's the weapon you need. Obviously because they're a different type of weapons, but also just because there was way less. Like the ranged offensive was almost non-existent, right? There was a couple of things. They added some beastmen in Vermintide 2 and the Chaos Waste DLC, but was it in the Chaos Waste? Well, they added beastmen that threw spears at you some later on, but more or less the only ranged enemies you fought were Rattling Gunners. Yo, Alex, what's happening? Yeah, right. What's his name? Just fucking don't even send a Grey Knight. Just like disband the Grey Knights and just use Kaldor or Drago. Like, do we need anyone else? Between him and Manius Kaldor, they could just solo the universe. Oh, things are heating up. Yo, Alex, my man, what's happening? Yeah, but the entire Inquisition has a scorched earth policy. I mean, if anything, Grey Knights are forgiven. Maybe next week, Alex. So you're gonna be out doing a longer session, seeing how much of it I can knock out. I mean, it's not that long anyway, but it feels like just like playing all the way through it might be the go. Where'd he go? There he is. Grey Knights are such a ridiculous thing in 40k. Like, they're awesome, they look cool, their armor is sick, their purpose makes sense, but like just the idea that it's yet another thing where they're the perfect thing of the perfect thing. Yeah, dude. Oh, that's Demon Host. Yeah, we'll just see if I can get this guy here. Oh, you didn't get to see it, but yeah, pop goes his head. Instead of grenades, that's what you get with this class. It's sick. It'll depending on the difficulty, it'll like 1 hit to 2 hit most enemies. Oh no, he woke up the why? We're gonna have to fight it now too. There's no way we don't. This might be game over. There's like a good chance this might be game over. Please, let's go in through the elevator before anything happens. Did I not wake up? Sweet, we got lucky. We dodged a bullet. Oh, I got him. Oh, I got him. I got him. I'll get them all. I'll get them all. Yeah. Yes, it is. It is 100% that strong. Like, it's not a guaranteed. You basically guaranteed 2 people dead. It'll, depending on the people you're playing with in the build. So it's like, if you ever played Left 4 Dead, it's like a witch. The idea is it's a sleeping character. It has a radius of which you can like wake it up, and you don't trigger it instantly. If you damage it, you do, and then it will grab. It'll basically will pick a target and attack that one target till they have no stamina left, and then down them. And then if it downs you, it will grab you and like just straight up drain your life force, kill you. So you can you can, if you've got someone who's like got a beefy enough, tanky enough build, you can usually solo them. Or if you just have like crazy high damage output, not solo them, you can survive them. And if you have crazy high damage output in a party, you can often defeat them before they do too much damage. But they're really rough. It's always better avoided. As far as warp powers go, at the moment, it's like whatever staff you've got. So for me right now, it's the fire. And then you've got like a psychic head pop. So think about like the staves as like psychic powers from the tabletop in the psychic phase. So like you can get a lightning staff, looks like force lightning, which is basically smite. Is intended to be smite from the tabletop game. And then I guess this would be, I'm trying to think, I guess warp fire or something like that is basically, yeah, it's basically force lightning. It's the most satisfying thing to use. You're like, look at me, I'm Count Dooku. Woo! Fucking Palpatining stuff. I might do FNAF, Alex. I might bite the bullet. I've been trying not to for ages. I've been trying to avoid it, but I might have to do it. Fucking FNAF. I'm not looking forward to it. I should at least try it. We'll see how far I get through it before I get too frustrated and throw something. Oh, I'll play Five Nights at Freddy's. Seems too stressful. It just seems way too stressful.
That's the end of the Rager. That Rager's angry. Would you believe?
Come on. Done. You can use the elevator.
Yeah, for sure. I discovered many years ago I don't like stressful video games. That's why I don't. There are certain games that like, you know, like Silent Hill and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm not into stressful video games. That's not why I played them. At least not stressful in that capacity. Like it's stressful because it's just purely a skill challenge. But yes, I did play Dead Space. That was one of those games where it was like, I realized where the first time I played it, it was stressful at times, but not too bad. And that kind of like rode the line perfectly for me between being stressful and not. Because like the only kind of two levels you have that are extremely stressful are level 5 and level 8. And that's they're both the regenerator levels. I think it's 5 and 8. It might be 5 and 9. And then in the subsequent sequels, they just kept adding in immortal enemies non-stop, and it was so annoying. Yes, I did play 2 and 3. I got... what's the second level with the 2 regenerators in 3? That's about where I got to before I was like, I'm tired of this shit. I wasn't like... It was just enough for me. Whereas the first one was incredible, and I'm going to play the first one again when its remaster comes out. Do you know what was a really good level in the second one? Was the Church of Unitology with the raptors, the raptor necromorphs. That was sick. Yeah, I think I will probably play. Yeah, I will probably play the remake when it comes out. Or the remaster, or whatever you want to call it. I think it's a remake. I'm looking forward to it. That's a nice heavy dose of nostalgia I can get. Yeah. And the way they do the raptor thing from from Jurassic Park, where they'll try and lure you left and right. I remember it's one of the first achievement guides that Achievement Hunter put out that I used was how to get that, whatever that achievement was with the raptors. Just that whole area, like the Scientology church, I'd parallel, like the Unitology thing was just brutal. It's like those games, those first two games were so good with in terms of story and like atmosphere. They were perfect. They were perfect games. Well, maybe not the second one. The first one was a perfect game, I think, for what it was. I guess you can talk about how it's flawed when compared to certain aspects of the sequels or whatever, but you know, another game that was really good, atmosphere wise, that you know, upon subsequently replaying is still pretty good is Bioshock, which 100% is a perfect game. Story, graphics, art style, gameplay, all perfect. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's the third being less horror, more action, I think is why it didn't work for me. Because it when they would add in something like their basic solution was like, here's a bunch of enemies for you to kill. They're way easier to kill and there's way more of them, which is fine. And it's like, and we can't create any real tension, so we're just gonna throw in two, not one, but two regenerating enemies over and over again and force you to have to run from them. It's like, I don't want that. I don't want this obnoxious like timer basically put on whatever I'm doing, in the sense that now it's like you're gonna drain all your resources and your time because you're going to have to be running and fighting these things. And so the longer you take to do something, the more you're going to lose because you have to keep fighting this shit. And inevitably, they're going to kill you. It's like, I don't want that. It worked in the first game because it was used sparingly and you didn't know it was coming. And it worked in the second game because they used it like once in the middle of the game, and then obviously the Ubermorph, which was the final boss. So it kind of made sense. We got limited time acquisitions. Tactical axe.
How soon they leave?
Waddle, 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 waddle. Look at the waddle. Look at the waddle. What do we got for sale here? Yeah, let's just quickly look up the staffs for this game. What are we? Darktide staffs. No. Okay, Darktide staffs. Let's see what there is. Oh, there's only 4. That's lame. I mean, there's the Void Strike staff, but that's nothing like the Bolt staff. It has a massive AoE. Anyway. Yeah, well, I wanted to see if I'd unlocked all of the staff types, which I have, because I was hoping that there would be some sort of a bolt staff, which there kind of is, I guess. There's like, it's like a fireball staff, sort of, which is not, it's not ideal. Doesn't really suit my playstyle. It's kind of like the Ogren, which I might see if there are any good weapons for purchase with the Ogren. I think the Ogren melee wise suits my playstyle, but yeah. Do you play D&D? haven't played D&D in ages. It's been whoa, probably 2 months since my group played, I think, at this point. Yeah, dude. D&D is both great and also, oh, it can be rough. Depending on your DM, it can be not so great.
I exist to serve.
Dude, that does so much damage. The old Ripper. Stubber. Dude, that collateral, the range is shit, but range is atrocious.
Disengaging from interface.
Hurry up.
No, I don't want to look at. I want to look at these limited time acquisitions, which I can't afford any of. But God, I wouldn't mind that. It's kind of cool. Don't have enough for a mystery acquisition. Yeah, I think I would just look at see what weapons were for sale, because they don't have a crafting system yet. Really, you can only upgrade weapons, do a base kind of upgrade. So you're forced to use whatever weapons you can buy. And it takes a while to level up. So like if I've got to use what I've got or something I can buy here, it's not like I can just craft what I want yet anyway. So sometimes I just will jump in and see what's available. I'm sure they will. They always do. And there'll be a heaps of rebalancing. Like something that I don't like now, like this grenade launcher that I don't want to use, might be really good. I might completely change my mind in like 6 months or 3 months or whatever, when they inevitably patch it and adjust it and modify it. I would like to see more power weapons. I would like to see some sort of power claw or power fist. Although, is that still that thing in the lore where like only Space Marines are supposed to have power fists? Dude, he's got a sweet Fu Manchu. Look at that Fu Manchu. How outfit was. No backpack for him. Nowadays, right? Because like doesn't the I'm sure on the cover of one of the covers of like one of the either Space Marine codexes or Rogue Trader, or like one of the rule sets, one of the Crimson Fists that isn't in Terminator has a power fist. I could have sworn that what about 3rd edition Blood Angels? Does he have a power fist on the cover of that? He might be in Terminator armor, though. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's look. Oh, he's in Terminator armor. Maybe that's what I thought. I mean, it's cool. Do I know? No, aren't there? I'm sure there are captains at some point, captain minis and stuff I've seen that have, or champions that have power fists that aren't in Terminator armor. I'm not denying the lore explanation for it. Oh yeah, the OG cover for the box set is a non-Terminator wearing wielding a power fist, isn't it? Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And that's a looks like a Primaris someone is converted to be holding one. Sorry, I'm looking at some pictures off screen. This is probably not much fun for you, but I had to satisfy my need. Anyway, whatever. It'll be cool. It'll be cool to get Power Fist. Power Fist would be sick. Some more shield variants would be good, like ones that aren't just because currently the only shield is the shield and club. Are you talking about your you confused because your message didn't show up? It auto catches it because it's got it flagged fisting. So I'm just gonna leave that flagged. But yes, yeah, dude, to the elbow. I want you to play me like a puppet. Like fucking Kermit the Frog. No, it'd be cool if they had more. It'd be cool if they had more variants on like the shields. So like a shield and a sword maybe, or a shield and a mace. Oh, sorry, not a mace because we got a mace, but a shield and an axe possibly of some kind. It'd be nice to get some spear style weapons maybe. Might just give a different play style and then more staff weapons. So my friends, I think now I might have to call it here as I have to work tomorrow and it's starting to get pretty late. Or at least late enough that I need to start thinking about what time I have to get up tomorrow. Yeah, dude, rock the dragon. Catch you on the flip side, hombres. Peace out.